Yo, peace and blessings, everybody. So I just really want to share something real quick this morning. Saturday morning, good morning. Again, peace and blessings. And like the Minds Enterprise, Gerald Hassan. This is about lies. Lies. I was thinking about this whole concept, lies, when people lie. Lying is a really selfish thing. Whenever a person is lying to you about something, it's because of a selfish reason. It is something that they are trying to obtain and not lose, which is why they're lying. You have to really dig deep, because some of you, I'm sure, would say, well, no, that's not always the case. I promise you, you give me any scenario where you believe that the lie is just for whatever, outside of you trying to preserve something, or keep something, maintain something, sustain something without losing it, being the reason why you told that lie, no matter how big or how little you may think it is. Anytime that you lie about something, it is because you're trying to retain something. You're trying to maintain something. You're trying to sustain something. You don't want to lose something. You don't want to have to give up something. You don't want to have to sacrifice something. It's something that you don't want to have to go through. And you understand that even when you have to go through something, on the other side of that experience, you still have to give up something. It's always about a self-benefit. You have to understand this as well, that everything that the human being does by human nature is for self-benefit. The highest form or highest level of that is that an individual does what they do all because it makes them feel good. You see, we don't even, for those of us who believe or subscribe to a higher power, higher being, the universe, or however you want to identify it, but for those of us who believe in that as being some supreme power, we don't even strive to please that supreme power just to please it. It's always something related to what we want, or that which we don't want to suffer. I once told a person, you want me to expect that you will always do what I want you to do. You want me to believe that you would never disappoint me and that I can trust you. But it's like you say you and a person use the platform that they would always do this because they love me, and they wouldn't do certain things because they love me, right? And I said to this individual that you don't even live life to please God. It's like you want me to expect you won't disappoint me when you disappoint God on a daily basis, and I could never give you what He is giving you. I could, it's like you telling me that you love me, and you, because of what you value from me, because you value a particular thing that I'm bringing into your life, or whatever the case may be. You saying because of that is the reason why you would never disappoint me. But how could I logically embrace that when you owe this supreme being much, much more for much, much more, and you fail in that daily? And that's not being condescending or demeaning or anything. I'm just being logical and real. And you see, a lot of times when I tell people about, you need to really look at your criteria. You said you trust somebody and they lied to you, and then you want to blame them for the lie that they told to you, and then you say, well, that individual came into this, knowing they were trying to play me and I didn't know this, and they wrong. You look at your criteria. Your criteria should have been on the level of saying that, well, I know that if you can't please him without failure, how can I really trust and believe you to please me without failure? So anytime that I choose to go down this route with you, I can't blame you. It's all on me for deciding I want to trust you when I already know what I'm dealing with. But we're talking about lies. That's what I want you to understand about lie, that when you lie, when someone lies to you, no matter how big or small it is, it's for a self-benefit. It's for something that they don't want to lose. And let me tell you one other thing in addition to these lies. You tell yourself a lie all the time because it's something that you don't want to face. Sometimes you tell yourself these lies, like when someone offends you, Instead of you being truthful about that which offends you in regards to how it just like has everything to do with you, has nothing to do with the person, because that person's approach was totally sincere. It was totally about what they desire. It was totally about what they needed, what they value. Which is nothing wrong, because we operate from that position. But instead of looking at it like, well, they deserve just as much as I deserve, when I ask you a question and you give me what I ask you, but when you ask the question, I got to give some conflict. And then I turn your question as though you asked me something ill. You know, that your approach was ill. When really, in truth, I just have an issue with the question. I just have an issue with you making me dig into me like that. I have an issue with you making me dig into myself like that. You see, we have to stop lying to ourselves first and foremost. Until we stop lying to ourselves about small things. And these small things are really very big things. These are very unique and significant things. But until we stop lying to ourselves about these things, we will always lie to others. We will always move with a level of selfishness. And this is a great aspect of what Enlightened Minds Enterprise is all about, eradicating all these unhealthy habits. These unhealthy, selfish inclinations. Peace and blessings.